All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to do a basic reading comprehension exercise out of today's newspaper. It's just a random article of about the appropriate length that I thought might be interesting, especially because we have some interesting heads of hair in this classroom, to say the least. Especially Miguel's poke your eye out spikes in the back.
Are you filming this right now?
So it's called Human Hair Thefts on the Rise. And it's from today's paper. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of take it apart after we read it and find the who, what, where, when, and why. And we're going to put it in what's called a knowledge or a fact tree. Okay? So you have a blank piece of paper along with your article. Why don't you take a pen and a pencil and just draw a tree. I'm going to do mine up here. It's kind of quick, it might not be accurate. There's some roots.
Does it have to be big?
Yeah, you want to leave a little bit of room in the trunk because we're going to write the title of the article in the trunk. And then we want 5 branches on it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll do my 5th down here, okay? And each branch is going to represent sort of a different type of fact. On this branch, here I'm going to have a bunch of leaves, and this is a weird looking tree. But there we go. Let's have this one right here, right there, and right there. Okay, so that's the ugliest tree ever, but it'll serve the purpose. I'm going to label each of these. I don't know if you've heard of the 5 W's. Has anybody heard of the 5 W's? It's who, what, where, when, why. So when we want to find out about a situation, we want to find out who, what, where, when, and why. And that'll give us a basic idea. So there's my who, what. And we might need to make that bigger. Where, when, and why. Okay. Now, in the middle, on the tree trunk, I'm just going to write the headline of the article. Human hair thefts on the rise. Okay, and basically when we're reading a newspaper, like say I pick up the newspaper in the morning, I don't usually just read one article. I scan through a bunch of articles, and the ones that sort of catch my eye from the headlines, I want to find out the basic information of what's going on here. It's not usually in-depth in a newspaper. It's kind of straightforward just to get an idea. So that's what we're going to try to do with this one. Say you saw the headline and it kind of caught your interest, and we want to figure out the basics of what it's all about. So I'm going to give you guys about 7 or 8 minutes to read through it quietly, and I want you to think about the who, what, where, when, why while you're reading it. Maybe you can mark it down in your margins. If you see, okay, who's involved in this? What's going on? Where is it happening? When did it happen? A lot of these are really basic, but I want you to think about all that, and then we'll go through and we'll fill out our trees in about 7 or 8 minutes when you guys are finished, all right? Cool.